What's going on? In this video I'm going to talk about what the ketogenic diet is, my top 5 reasons why to do it if you want to lose weight quickly and healthily, and how you can get started. So I just want to make a disclaimer and say that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. Everything that I'm going to say has come from the past 3 months of me doing the diet or the extensive research I've done on the diet and how your body works. So the ketogenic diet or keto diet is a diet where you eat high fat, moderate protein, and low carbs. The average modern diet is super high in carbohydrates and sugar, and this leads to a lot of the problems that people are facing today. The ketogenic diet or keto diet is a diet where you eat high fat, moderate protein, and low carbs. And what happens is your body makes a transition from using carbohydrates for energy to using fats for energy. And what your body does in a normal state called glycolysis, where you're using the carbs for energy, is it takes the carbs and it turns them into glucose, and you use that. On the ketogenic diet, your body is operating in a state of ketosis, where your body turns the fat into ketone bodies and then uses those as your fuel for your brain and the rest of your body. So the reason why eating high sugar, or eating a lot of sugar, or eating a lot of carbs is because this can cause spikes in your insulin and blood sugar. And what happens when you have high insulin spikes or high blood sugar spikes is that your body then reacts by taking excess glucose and then storing it as fat. My number 5 reason for doing this diet if you want to lose weight quickly and healthily is the fact that your appetite on this diet is suppressed. Obviously, when your appetite is suppressed, it makes it easier for you to logically diet instead of, binge eating, because we've all had those times where you're dieting and you just go to the kitchen and eat 4 boxes of Oreos and drink 3 milkshakes. Okay, that might not be everybody, but you get the point, is that when you're dieting, you start to really crave, high sugary. So my number 4 reason is that in the ketogenic diet, you're not spiking your insulin, you're not spiking blood sugar, because you're not intaking excess amounts of carbs and sugars. So what this means is that on a normal diet where you would be at risk of spiking your insulin and taking that extra glucose and storing it as fat, you're not at this risk in the ketogenic diet. My number 3 reason why this diet is good for losing weight quickly and healthily is that when you're doing a normal diet and you're intaking sugars and carbohydrates, sugar is actually a drug, and it stimulates the same part of your brain, or it has shown to stimulate the same part of your brain as other hard drugs. And so just like any other drug, you can become addicted to this, and this is why it makes it very hard to do low carb diets, because your body is craving, this sugar in your diet. So when you're doing a ketogenic diet, you're not dealing with this as much. You're not eating really any sugars or carbs, and you're operating off fats. My number 2 reason to do the ketogenic diet if you want to lose weight quickly yet healthily is that once you're in ketosis, which is the state that your body goes into, you go into a natural fat burning state. And so what this means is that your body is using your fats now for energy, right? So once you are in this state, your body can actually utilize fat storage as energy. My number one reason to do this diet, if you want to lose weight healthily and quickly, is that in most diets you're restricting, carbs. If you're in glycolysis, right, and a normal diet, you're restricting your energy source. So this makes people feel terrible. You're restricting your food for your brain is what you're restricting. So you feel groggy, you feel agitated, and all of this. In the ketogenic diet, your fats are actually the highest source of calories. So you're not limiting your energy source, and you feel really good on it because of this. Personally, after doing this diet for 3 months, I have felt great energy and focus. I've lost 25 pounds, and it is the only diet I've been able to stick to for more than maybe 2 weeks. My number one reason for doing this is that you don't feel awful while doing it. You do restrict your diet to have high fats, moderate protein, low carbs, but as far as your energy levels, you're not restricting your fuel for your brain, which is fat. So how do you get started? My best tip for getting started is getting a calorie tracking app that shows you what percentages of your calories are coming from protein, fat, and carbs. First, you have to figure out how much you want to lose, how much time you have, and figure out how many calories you're going to aim to hit in a day. The diet, generally you're eating between 70 to 75% fat, 20 to 25% protein, and about 5% carb. Now, it's important to note that these are not your macros. This is your percentage of your calorie intake. And so while protein and carbs are at about 4 calories per gram of protein or carbohydrate, fat is 9 calories per gram. So for example, my diet over the past 3 months, I have been eating around 2,400 calories a day at 75% fat, 20% protein, and about 5% carbs. So this translates to 1,800 calories coming from fat, which when you divide that by 9 is about 200 grams of fat per day. For protein, you take your total calories and you multiply that by the percentage protein you want to hit. So for me, 20% of 2,400 calories is 480 calories. And then you divide that by 4 and you get 120 grams of protein. For 5% of your calories coming from carbs, you multiply that by 2,400. You multiply that by 2,400 and you get 120 calories of your daily goal coming from carbs, which translates to about 30 carbs a day. It is extremely important to distinguish total carbs from net carbs. And what net carbs is your total carbs subtracting your dietary fiber. And so what this means is if you go and look on your nutrition label, it'll say carbs, and then it'll say dietary fiber or something along those lines, and you just take the total carbs and you subtract the dietary fiber. So this is why there are myths that on the keto diet you can't eat vegetables because it'll spike your carb content, but this is not true. Vegetables are not only accepted, but they're obviously encouraged in any type of diet for the nutritional values. You don't need the carbs of the vegetables, the actual carb molecule, but you do need the nutrition to have a healthy diet. I will be posting more videos about the diet soon, my experiences. If you want to learn more right now, I'm going to link somebody called Jason Whitrock and his YouTube channel below. Fantastic guy, covers a lot about the diet, and Dr. Eric Berg. I've watched countless hours of these guys' videos. Jason is a bodybuilder, so he covers a lot of the fitness aspects of the diet. So if any of you are really into fitness, then I would definitely go check out his channel. And Dr. Eric Berg covers a lot of the health aspects of the diet. If I have my own videos covering these topics, I'll link them below when those are released. I will have videos covering, all aspects of this diet. If you like this video and if this was helpful to you, please leave a like or subscribe if you're looking to see more videos like this. Definitely comment below if you have any questions or comments, and look out for my next video, which is going to be how my body recovered from eating 10,000 calories on the keto diet. Stay healthy, stay positive. I'll see you next time.